All right. Well, we'll definitely want to credit Alabama. Obviously, they're the number one team in the country for a reason. We had entirely too many mistakes against a really good football team, and we knew we were going to have to play really well. But turnovers, and turning the ball over and giving 24 points up in the first half off turnovers are not that. That's not what this is about. We've got to do a better job protecting the football. It was a rough start out of the gate, 17 points in 4 or 5 minutes. I thought our defense, when we came out and held them to 3 points, held them to a field goal. We did some good things there, but you can't spot the number one team in the country 24 points in the first half and expect to come out of that. But we're on to Mississippi State. We're going to be ready to get back home and get into the month of November. And with that, I'll open up.
Chad, how do you think John Stephen Jones played? Would you consider starting him next week?
Well, I thought he gave us a spark and allowed us to get into some of our zone read game and did some really good things. The moment was not too big for him. I thought he did some really good things and just his his spark, his confidence on the sidelines, and when he would step into the huddle with those guys, I was very proud of the way he responded tonight.
Would you consider starting him next week?
Yeah, we'll get back in and reevaluate all that, and see where we are from there. But yeah, I think right now anything's open.
Was Ben just banged up with shoulders?
Yeah, I didn't. He had gotten better through the course of the week, and I just wanted to make sure that John Stephen had an opportunity to play tonight. Our plans was to play him early, and we did. We were going to try to get into some run game with him, but again, we made entirely too many mistakes in the first half.
Did Jones get any reps with the ones this week?
I'm sorry.
Did Jones get any?
He did. Yeah, he sure did.
Nick, Alabama's defense is tough, but what do you think of Nick's play with the turnovers?
Yeah, I thought Nick did some good things. We've got to go back and study why we're making some bad decisions with the football, and that's on us as coaches to figure that out. But again, I know he's got several of those throws he wish he would have had back. But again, you can't go out and spot a team of this caliber with a short field and expect to be in the ball game, and we weren't, and it got away from us early on in the first half, and it was turnovers and short field.
Is KJ ever a possibility today?
No, not today.
You've got 4 games left. Do you want to try to get him into the game?
Yeah, he figures in part of our plan as we go, and we'll get back in tomorrow and reevaluate things.
I just think the defense played overall because they gave us some big plays. They got put some tough short fields.
Yeah, I thought that it's disappointing to let the ball get over the top of us on a couple occasions, and that was disappointing to see. We knew they were going to get the ball out in space, and we were going to have to take great angles to rally and get them down. But I thought that as I shared with them at halftime, they've been put in entirely too many short field situations, and had an opportunity as we were moving the football, not be able to come out and keep things going. And immediately defense gets back on the field. So again, they were putting some bad spots right there. But again, we all have to go back in, and this football team's got to continue to get better.
What do you think of Mac Jones? He was 18 of 22, their quarterback.
Well, I think that they as we knew they would, put a plan together for him that they felt comfortable in, and getting the ball underneath in space. And letting his athletes and his wide receivers, get out in space, and that's been a challenge not just for us, it's for every team that they've played. And I thought they did a great job of that, and I thought he came in and played well.
Coach, some guys out there really competed. A couple of us noticed Burks on even turnovers competing. What he was trying to do, just the guys did fall in the second half. Just your thoughts.
Well, I challenged him at halftime about playing with pride, and to come out and just focus on one play at a time. And those guys they competed and continue to play, and that's I wouldn't expect anything less than that out of some of those guys and all those guys, to be exact.
Bright spot was the fact C.J. O'Grady sets the career touchdown record for a tight end. Big deal for him tonight.
Yeah, that is obviously a huge milestone for him. It was great to see that. But he's been consistent. He's been just a very much a playmaker for us, and we've got to do a great job of trying to get him the ball as much as we can.
No bowl eligibility now for a second straight year. Do you look at other players getting involved now that there's no possibility of postseason?
Well, we got 4 games left, and we've got 2 wins, and so we're going to win. We're going to win, and and if playing more younger guys helps us in that regard, then we're going to do that. But no, we're going to win and get back in and moving on.
Yeah, I guess we saw Ty Clary in the injury tent, saw Kirby Eckhout leaving the field early. Do you have any update on those guys?
Yeah, Ty was a shoulder, and Kirby was a concussion.
What was the plan with deciding to make the switch to Jones? Kind of got the ball moving, and then bringing Nick back in before he threw that pick?
Well, part of our plan through the course of the first half was to mix up some quarterback run game. And that's what we were doing. And just so happened as we were motioning the guys out of the backfield, they didn't go out, so the throw was off of it. That was all a part of the plan, bringing him in and out, giving us that dynamic without putting Traylon back there at quarterback as much. But and then in the second half, it was we were going to go exclusive with John Stephen and see what he could do.
How do you think Rick King played?
I think these guys, he continues to run hard. I know that there was some creases there that he hit and did some good things with it. But these guys are playing hard, and like I said, we'll get back in there and just get better with them.
John Stephen got hit pretty good a couple times, but he hung in there. What do you think of his, I guess, toughness or not, freaking out or whatever?
Well, I mean, like I said, the moment was not too big for him. He's an extremely tough young man, very smart, understands exactly what we're asking him to do. And again, I love his grit. I love his toughness, and I've seen that. I've watched him in high school do that.
Obviously, these last 2 games against really quality teams, but pretty lopsided. How do you think the team responds to that? Because you got some winnable games on paper coming up.
Well, it's about getting into the month of November and just getting better. I mean, that's really where we're at. We're on to Mississippi State right now.
Do you feel good going to that game when you guys shot?
Oh, these guys will be back in there, and we're going to get back together and work on getting better. And again, it's about getting back home this Saturday.
2 more.
Just how impressive was Alabama overall, even without Tua?
Well, I think they're a really good football team. Again, you spot them a short field, and we made them better. And you can't do that. You can't do that against a team of that caliber. They're very well coached. They're sound. They got depth. They're the reason why they're ranked number 1 in the country. I'm very impressed. As you watch them on film, there's not many deficiencies, and I've said that all week long, even in their special teams. And that's why I was pleased with the way Sam punted the ball tonight. Our plan was to try to get the ball up and worry more about sky and the height of the punt than more the distance of the punt to try to keep it off the return men. And I thought we did some good things in that regard. There were some good things, but again, there's too many mistakes against a too good opponent.
Thanks, Coach.